You see, day traders are made from a different cloth. That's why there are few and far between in profitable traders. That's why the success rate is low. And this video is off the back of another video that I was watching over the weekend. And the video that I was watching over the weekend is from a very, very successful business entrepreneur who has SaaS companies and things like that. But he was talking about ways to make money and a tier list. And he put day trading next to NFTs. He put day trading next to web design and put crypto trading 2 stages and 2 tiers above day trading. And that made me think of, we're in a day trading bubble. We're in a trading bubble. Most people that watch this, our community, we know that it works. We know what type of person you need to become. But for the average person who's probably thinking about day trading and comes across the same mundane kind of stuff you see all the time, and then this individual who has a huge following on YouTube and a lot of young people follow him, completely out of touch of what day trading actually is. So in this video, again, there's no notes. I'm just doing it straight off the bat of this video. I'm just going to touch on why that is completely nonsense of where day trading is and what are the benefits and why you should take up day trading in your personal life. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So again, this is straight off the bat. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I looked at this and I just thought, God, for someone who has made $30 million, this individual, and has been so successful and wants to become a billionaire, his knowledge of the actual financial markets when it came to day trading was absolutely clueless. He mentioned about, and I'm not going to mention names, can never do that on this channel, how it was gambling. And that's the number one word that new people or people don't understand about day trading. That's what they use. They use the word gambling. And they ignore the fact of how much of a skill it actually is to become a profitable day trader in all areas of your life. And the reason it's so hard to become a day trader or any trader of whatsoever, whether it's investment banking or anything like that, is the fact that it's against the way the human mind works. And for you to be successful, you have to go against everything and unwire all your belief systems, all your childhood kind of environments to become successful. And that's why most people just cannot do this. And like I said at the beginning, most traders are built completely and made from different cloth from everybody else. And I'm proud to say that I'm a profitable trader, and with many people in our community who are now becoming profitable traders. And we see traits in all of our people that we work with and myself very similar, that they have a side to them which wants to go against the grain. Now, don't get me wrong, this list that this individual was talking about was ways to make money. Now, of course, day trading is not an easy way to make money. And mainly all the other things that he put on the list were probably good ways to make more money. Not more money, but make easier money than in day trading. But they missed one point. And I suppose they didn't put it in their video was because they mentioned in other areas what all these other things do for your life, but they never mentioned what day trading does in your life. So I'm going to go over a few things, what I think day trading does for you through my experience and why you should get into day trading. Hey, quick one. On the 22nd of March at 5 p.m. UK time, we're going to have a coffee and chill. And the reason being is I can't work with everybody, but many people have many questions along the way that want to ask me, whether it's in email, whether it's in YouTube, used to be Instagram, but I'm not on there no more. And the same questions keep coming up. So I thought, what better way to obviously jump on, live stream on Zoom on the 22nd of March at 5 p.m. UK time to answer any questions, have a discussion about trading, any problems that you may have, any guidance that you may need, because there's not a lot of value out there on the internet. That's what we're going to do. So use the link below. Go and get on your seat. I don't have a massive group of people, as you already know. Most of the seats are already gone. Go and get a seat, and I'll see you on the 22nd of March. Well, number one, day trading, of course, we go in about money. We think about money. We're going for lifestyle, but ultimately, when you stay around, you know this, the money is a tool because you want freedom, or you want to spend time with your family, or you don't want to miss parents' evening or birthdays, and you want to travel from a mountaintop or some beach, okay? That can be done with trading. And we only realize that when we stay in the game. But to stay in the game of trading, you have to become such a disciplined individual. Now, these other things to make money, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's crypto trading, whether it's info products, OnlyFans management, or whatever these things, do you really actually like them? And what person do you actually need to become to do that line of work? I know a lot of those things just don't align with the way that I want to be as a human being. Definitely not OnlyFans management. But I get if you just want to make money, that's the front. But in trading, you become a completely different person. Completely different person. You can be on your own and you can enjoy being on your own. Not many people can do that in the real world. That's a strength of discipline. You will then have a skill to embrace losses. How many people do you know that can embrace a loss, turn up the next day and continue the next day? Not many people. You see what you're building. You're building a resilience of being able to understand things that you can't control and not be angry and continue to move again. So embracing losses is a skill that you must learn in day trading. But can you imagine if you had that alongside everything else in your life, where you got angry, where you lacked discipline, where things weren't going your way, where you lacked gratification and you wanted instant gratification? All those areas in your life are because you don't know how to lose. Now in trading, you're going to embrace losing. You become a person who knows how to lose because they're going to win big. That's one skill. Another skill is, again, discipline all round. Now, there's a lot of people that are disciplined in other areas of their life, but struggle when it comes to trading, because trading is going to hit wires that you didn't even know existed in your life, from gambling, from fear, from childhood trauma, from childhood environments, from bad relationships, from money, bad personal relationships. They're all going to come into trading. So can you imagine when you become a good trader, all those other areas of your life you know how to understand and be in front of? Selling e-commerce is not going to obviously do those types of things. It's going to make you money. But what type of person do you want to come when you're doing what you're doing? I love day trading. And nearly all the people that I work with, they just love looking at the charts. They love the candles. They love the financial system. They love what's going on in front of them. And then it becomes easier to enjoy what you're doing and make money. Who wants to start a business and make money and then 2 or 3 years later get rid of it because they have no passion for it and they just did it for money? That's not what life's about for me. And I'm sure it's not what life's about for many people that stick in trading, because trading is a place that you have to persevere and you have to be around and you have to develop as an individual for it to become successful. There's no doubt about that. But going back to the beginners, when someone said it's gambling, well, the world is based on trading. So if it's just gambling, for every person that says it's gambling, I can go and show you 20, 40, 50, 100 profitable traders that have got a living from trading. So that really is kind of ignorant. And I'm very surprised that it came from this person who's a very, very highly intelligent individual. And that surprised me. That really, really did surprise me. And maybe that's why I'm doing this video now, because it got my back up a little bit. The next thing is obviously a routined lifestyle. Now, you can't just become a trader if you don't have some sort of systemized routine lifestyle. You can't just roll out of bed in your nightgown like you see on TikTok and Instagram. And I mention this all the time, and you can make money here, this and that, and playing Call of Duty in the background. You probably could do those things, but not if you want to become the individual to sustain that lifestyle. So you need a routine lifestyle, whether that's certain times in the morning, whether that's what you do in the morning, whether it's exercise, whether it's reading, meditation, stoic, hiking, whatever the things that I do, they're the things that I do. They really, really going to help you, because you need to perform like an elite athlete. You do not need to perform like an elite athlete to drop ship. You do not need to form like an elite athlete to YouTube faceless of these things to make money, because they're the easier ways to make money. A little bit of graft, but they don't really develop you as a human being. But day trading will develop you as a human being more than anything, so you can be present mentally and physically in the things that you want to do. And probably the main thing here is, when it comes to trading, is emotional mastery, behavioral management, those types of things. You cannot be all over the place or decide to have one good day, one bad day, and I might do this and I might do that if you want to be a day trader. To be successful in day trading, it demands the utmost respect and the utmost emotional mastery and behavioral management from the individual who wants to trade. Yes, you can make some quick money like crypto trading, because crypto trading is, that was another thing. They said, well, one's gambling, but the other one might be around for longer, so it's okay. If you've ever tried crypto trading, you will know, I traded for 4 years on the spot, on the straight. You will know that it's high, ridiculously leveraged, and it's way more gambling and way more volatile than actually day trading. So emotional mastery and behavioral management is absolutely key. I have many, many people message me and their ego's in the way, and they would rather keep blowing prop firm than pay for coaching or mentoring or guidance. So it's the wrong way round. It's the wrong way round. And I get that because I went down that journey at the beginning. I get that. I really, really do get that. But the fact of the matter is, there's a reason only a small percentage of people are actually successful traders. There is a reason. Because they are a certain type of person that they become. You must become a certain type of person to be a successful day trader. And that is routines, that is discipline, that is getting rid of your old environments and friends and family members who may not understand what you're doing. That is getting inside a community that is not showing Lambos and nonsense and giving you value. That is being part of something where you feel that you belong. So I would argue that this video that I saw, and the reason I'm doing this, is a very good way for how to make money, but it's just a clickbait YouTube video. It's not giving you much value of what type of individual you need to become those types of ways of making money. Because I think you should really, really enjoy what you're doing to try and make money. I believe that if you're not passionate about trading and you're just doing trading for money, then leave now. Do not continue, because it will not be easy. But if you have a passion, if you're contrarian, if you have a certain side to you that wants to be something different and develop as an individual and have clarity in one's mind, day trading is something that you can go down the route of. There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. But if you just want to make money, it's not for you, my friends. It really isn't for you.